Hello, it's me again. Yeah, so I'm here to talk to you about covetousness. Covetousness. So when the spirit first gave this to me, I was like, covetousness. How many syllables is that? Before we even get the meaning, covetousness. In other words, covetousness is desiring what someone else has, wanting something someone else has, desiring someone else's lifestyle, things, possessions. That's covetousness. It's a very big offense to God, because that's basically saying, so God is writing the story of your life. He has put everything perfect planning. So if you're someone who really believes that God has the best plans for you, plans to prosper you, to give you hope, according to Jeremiah 29:11 or 11:29, then you have to really believe that what He's doing in your life, it's very unique and it's perfect. So when you might say, when you're desiring someone else's thing, that's basically saying like the story that God has for you, that's basically like saying like, my story is bad, I don't want this, I want someone else's thing. It's a very big offense, because that's undermining everything that God is doing in your life. That's undermining the process. It's an offense. It's like you're working on a project and someone just comes and tells. Like, that's how much covetousness. You have to be in wonder and excitement, in high expectation of the unique story that God is writing for you. Don't want someone else's things, don't want someone else's, even the speed, like everything is happening just at the time it's supposed to happen. So when you desire someone else's things, that's you telling God that I hate this story, I hate the story that you're writing, this one is boring, I want what that person has. Like, let me tell you something, this is an offense, because you're telling your creator that what they're doing for you is trash. That's like, I'm saying it like this because it's that serious. Like, it's that serious. Don't let the thought of covetousness, of wanting someone else's thing, just immediately switch and say, no, God is writing the best story of my life. He is the perfect author of my life. So anytime you catch yourself wanting someone else's, just immediately flip the switch and be like, fix your eyes up and be like, God is just doing, He is writing the most perfect story. So you have to be in love with this story. Even if things may not be going well, you have to believe that he is doing things perfectly, because He is perfect. He plans everything. His timing is perfect. Everything He does is perfect. Yeah. And the things He's doing in other people's lives should be an encouragement, an excitement, not for you to want it, but to see like it's possible, to ask for it, to pray for it. Don't want it. You know, when something is cooking and you're like, why did this happen for them faster than me? Like, why this, why that? You have to understand and get in the mindset that God is doing things, how He does it, and how He does it is absolutely perfect. He makes no mistakes. He doesn't need spell checks. He's an impeccable author. That's how we should go against covetousness. Covetousness. Yeah, boycott covetousness. Another thing about covetousness, it's you may see that things are going well for other people, and honestly, if it's hard for you to be around that, don't be around it. Because even on social media, wanting someone else's like body, like face, things like that. If it's someone close to your friend or family and things are going so amazing for them, and it's honestly hard for you to be happy for them because things are going bad right now, it's okay to take some space. It's okay to mute people's profiles who honestly make you feel, who bring up that covetousness, who make you want something, who make you, not only does it make you want something else, it makes you hate what's going on for you. Like it makes everything pertaining to you seem bad because things are going better. So it's a two-edged sword. You hate the good things that's happening for others, at the same time it's making you hate yourself and hate what's happening in your life. So avoid covetousness. Like, do what you have to do to avoid that covetousness from cooking and becoming bigger and becoming bitterness and becoming another monster. Just unfollow or mute or just distance yourself so that you don't, like if it's in your face all the time, you're going to, the covetousness will just come up in you. So if you notice that covetousness, that feeling, it's coming up in you, you wanting something else someone has, if you notice that, immediately shut that off. Like, just change the environment, change the page so that you don't continue to feed the covetousness. Covetousness, it's serious. It's serious. We have to remember that God is the best author. He is writing the most perfect story in your life. You cannot possibly want someone else's things. It's the same thing as sinning, right? If you, let's say you struggle with gossip, and during your lunch break at work, that's the time you gossip the most. So if you're someone who's trying to break this cycle, you will now do something else in that time of lunchtime and replace it and do something else. So I don't think we should take covetousness lightly. Just like how, let's say, an alcoholic won't go to a bar if they are recovering. If they are a recovering alcoholic, they will not go to a bar. Like, they won't go in a place that's going to tempt them. Same thing with covetousness. Don't open a page, don't look at someone's profile who is going to make you feel undervalued, make you feel less than, make you feel like everything you're doing means nothing. Just don't. Take precautions, take the necessary precautions. The same way an alcoholic is going to avoid going to the bar, even with covetousness, you should avoid those pages, those people who in that time are making covetousness come up in you. Like, even if it's for a season, just avoid them, because it will keep feeding that, and then it will turn into something else. It will turn into depression, it will turn into other things. So do what you have to do, take precautions. Covetousness is serious, like we should take it seriously. It's a serious offense. This is a serious offense. I came as a lawyer today to tell you this is a criminal offense against God to desire what someone else has, what's going on for someone else, because it's undermining God's plan, God's nature, God's everything. Like, if he says he has good plans for you, believe it. Take the necessary precautions to avoid covet. So in conclusion, I came as a lawyer today. Like, the Spirit sent me to tell you that covetousness it's serious, and like, it's easy to brush it off. It's easy to just allow it to stay, but don't, because it's, number one, offensive to God. It tells God that the story he's writing is completely meaningless and trash. And on the other hand, it makes you hate what's going on for you. It makes you lack motivation, encouragement, it can even make you depressed. Do what you have to do, take the precautions you have to avoid that feeling of wanting someone else's things, wanting someone else's lifestyle, wanting someone else's face, body features, wanting someone else's abilities. Like, pray that God reveals to you the good things about yourself, or to give you motivation. Or I'm trying to think of prayers to pray. You can pray for God to reveal or awaken the gifts He has put in you, or to give you more faith, to increase your faith, to increase your belief. Yeah, like, that's always a good thing to pray. And thank Him. Number one, thank Him for everything that's going right now for you. And then pray as not to be jealous of someone else's things. And yeah, just talk to Him about it, and you'll get through it. Just do what you have to do. This is me telling you, do what you have to do to avoid covetousness growing in you. And just remember and be excited about the unique story that God is writing in your life. It's amazing. It's perfect.